Gary, you were very keen to end the pre-season period with a tough game against a League Two team, and I suppose they gave you exactly what you wanted today.
Yeah, no, it was a perfect game for us because a lot of them have come out of under-21s football, and they probably wouldn't have come up against a team like Wimbledon that play the way they do. And if you give it away, then they're down your throats with two big uns up front, two big uns at the back, and they work. They're very strong on set plays. So we got to learn a little bit from it. But this was the toughest test in those for the test that I wanted. And I was disappointed in the first half because I didn't think we showed enough intent to go and win the game, and we were giving it away. Second half we showed every intent. I was disappointed with a mistake. That's something that happened. We'll deal with that. But I'm pleased we got the goal because I thought it was deserved for that second half performance. Listen, I'm never happy with losing any game, whatever it is. But we've had a good little test there, and it gives me something to really focus on during this part of the week. And they'll have to focus themselves because they'll be getting a lot of information, and a lot of video work will be showing that, scrutinising that game. Who lost their man, who made the mistakes, and who wasn't in the first half showing enough intent to score a goal. I think we had one shot. I've asked them to put their hand up if they had a shot in the first half. One person. I asked them if they had a shot in the second half, and that was like 8 people with 2 hands up. And you could see that was how much more intent we was to go and score a goal. So that side of it I was quite pleased with, but always disappointed to lose a game whoever it's against.
Yeah, so having conceded right at the end of the first half, are you quite pleased with what they did? Having chatted to them at half time, how they put that into practice, because the second half was a lot better, wasn't it?
I was. They was able to turn it round. It's the first chance that I could have really to get properly into them. Still not my 100% into them. It was about 70, so they got a bit more to come if we drop below standard. But to be fair to them, they came out. They were disappointed themselves. They came out and they give it a bit of a go, and with a little bit more quality with the balls into the box and a bit more quality in our shooting. But at least we had chances, and the goalkeeper made 3 or 4 good saves when Dylan's only had to make one save, which was the mistake. And we'll, as I say, we'll have a look at that. But all in all, I'm pleased that we come down here. Touch wood, we've had no injuries today. That's good. That's always good. Last game of the season. As I say, there's a lot to work with, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the week.
Yeah, good to see Amari back after 2 games out, and that was planned, wasn't it, for him to come off at half time?
Yeah, well, he hasn't been training. He only trained one morning for the last 10 days. That was yesterday morning. He does look a little bit green and a little bit stale, as you would through not playing. He hasn't played in the last 2 or 3 games, but he needed the 45 minutes, and he'll train hard this week, and we'll see. Hopefully we can get him up to scratch by the end of the week.
Yeah, and second time we've had a little look at JJ Hooper in a Cheltenham shirt. So how do you think he did in the second half?
I think he's got something. I think every now and again there was everybody was giving it away. And he gave it away a couple of times. When someone's new, people can make a judgment very quickly. But he's got really good. He's got good pace. He can strike the ball. He looked well in training on Friday. So. We'll see. We'll keep him around at the moment, and we'll see what he's looking for and how long we've got to make our minds up. But I'd like to keep him around for at least maybe a week or so.
Yeah. And so overall thoughts on pre-season, Gary? If you could sum it up, the friendlies are done now. I know you've got another week left of work, but the friendlies are done.
I think over the years, I think it's perfect because I think. The boys after the last couple of results were a little bit bubbly in training, and that's good, but they was happy and they was playing their little games, and whereas if you get beat in the last game of the season and you get beat up a bit, which we did in the first half, it gives me a great opportunity to get into them because I don't have to be happy. I can, we can really focus and concentrate on the biggest game that we've got, which is always your first game of the season, and I'll get them ready for that, I promise.
Yeah. Lastly, James Rowe is here today, but obviously he's got that knock. Is he close to being back involved?
Yeah, he's close. I think he'll be back on Wednesday, back in with the group. He had his scan, and it was like they classed it as a grade 1 tear, which is the least of the tears. It goes up to a grade 3, I think. And so we rested it a little while. The physio made a good assessment of it, Joe Baker, and he's not going to put him back in until he's ready, and he thinks that'll be around about Wednesday time.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers,
No
Gary.
problem. Thank you.